Today na the 25th day of October 2021. The House of Parliament and the NEC they point finger for responsibility where either one of them neglect. But not for say na something we not don dey na the media. People them don dey point finger per this particular thing where NEC they turn blind eye to, and even Parliament self they turn blind eye to. This na concerning an honorable Alhaji Musa Bemba Fode Jallow. But most people know him for Musa Bendugu. Before this latter part, after he win the paramount chieftaincy election, social media, newspaper them, be the right say, is suppose na a parliamentarian for constituency 056. Inside the constitution, the one the way Sabi book say, he did they say, if you na parliamentarian, you no go be parliamentarian, you be paramount chief. You get for drop one. He na be parliamentarian already. Okay? Well, he look like if I say in people them lacking that much. I feel like if I say the parliamentarian position, you know they work for her. Or the paramount chief position, it look better for work for the people them, past being a parliamentarian. So what did he do? Well, empty seats been there, paramount chief business, it took you today. We go inside there, he win. But during the time when they campaign for that paramount chieftaincy title there, people in Grab say he's supposed for drop being a parliamentarian before he go able for be a paramount chief at that time. Well, nobody no be here because he be still, and today too they talk so from June we don't win. In still na parliamentarian, in still na paramount chief. Yes, Musa Bendugu. Well, the opposition na parliament when na APC, then we done the chamot this thing. But I don't know if na how the election gonna Koinadugu. Na ain't can make them say, you know what thing? Look like say we need for to go away with sleeve again. No, na yeah. Na them begin raise voice. Say empty seat then na parliament. Then say na empty seat because waiting do Musa Bendugu. Now na paramount chief, and you can't be paramount chief and be parliamentarian. Unless, remember, we get paramount chief there, but then not to parliamentarian them. But then still get the young caucus where then they represent the parliament. Okay? So, some man they ask now say wait to from June. Because then they pay paramount chief there. For say Musa Bendugu, he don't they receive na the side of the paramount chief, though he don't they receive back na the side of the parliamentarian. So the opposition na parliament APC then be get for ask question to Honorable Dr. Abbas Bundu. Na the Speaker of the House, na the chairperson of the House. For make he go answer about the empty seats where they na parliament. Then send an empty seat to them. Because waiting do, that person there, you can't be the two. And the latter, now you don't win the last. So the only thing they not tell we, if after June we don't win, if you ever can sit in a parliament, or you know they can't again, if they receive money, or you know they receive money, you abandon or you can't hand over. You know you're lengthy here. Okay. So now I want to pay attention small by this case, yeah? Because now NEC and Parliament. NEC and Parliament. Now they all two now. Empty seat. Would for talk say seat empty. Would for say for make by election. Let me look at this case. Through Radio Democracy 98.1. On make. Let we listen. Yeah? How? Maybe area. Let we all hear.
Section 77(1)(f) of the Constitution of Sierra Leone, Act number 6 of 1991 say, person no go qualify for being member of parliament if that person dey na paramount chief.
Person, this now we Constitution. Person no go qualify for being member of parliament if that person dey na paramount chief. Yeah? But no can tell me say, but we got paramount chief them na parliament. Yes. That's a special caucus, different from which we talk so. Trust Salon Constitution. Eh? Alright. Hey. Let's continue. What's in the other part of the Constitution say?
And section 77C and F of the same constitution, same way so say, member of parliament will lost in seats as parliamentarian if they make that person the paramount chief for sake of them provisions.
Member of parliament go lost in seats if they make him paramount chief. And this not to only make them echo, now this is contest. A contest. You go can't you say the blame game begin for play na. Because who do they conduct election? Not to NEC. Alright, let we go. For sake of this, waiting.
Yeah, now the Sierra Leone Constitution make APC members of parliament and the APC executive raise concern, but Musa Bendugu of constituency 56 Tonkolili district, where they don't make paramount chief, June 2021.
They don't make Musa Bendugu. I don't tell you just now in full name now. Honorable Alhaji Musa Bemba Fode Jallo. But most people know him for Musa Bendugu. June, now they make him paramount chief.
Usai the deputy opposition leader na the House of Parliament, Ibrahim Ben Kagbo, been raised this concern na the well of Parliament.
The Constitution of Sierra Leone, which comes out clearly to state that in the event of a vacancy in this house, the person so affected shall be replaced either through a by-election or some other legal form of replacement.
Okay, now na APC na then the quote na ya. For say, inside we own constitution, it say, if the person, this part now the talk of Uda Musa Bendugu, now not to parliamentarian again. Now two ways they, one na legal way or another one when a by election for replace that empty seat day way then a parliament.
Mr. Speaker, you remember that a by-election was conducted in the Tonkolili district.
Now, Honorable I.B. Kagbo, they try for remind the Speaker of the House. Say, just in case you want forget, sir, you remember, say by-election, then be done, you remember, okay?
And a member of parliament here was elected paramount chief.
And a member of parliament, now we own parliament, then elect him paramount chief. Well, so waiting now.
Our worry from this side is that the gentleman continues to hold the position of Member of Parliament.
We don't worry on this side when at the APC side. Now for say, Musa Bendugu, he look they carry out himself in two capacity now. He still they carry out himself, like say, na the parliamentarian for constituency 056.
And continues to hold the position of Paramount Chief.
And also, he hold the position back say, na the Paramount Chief. Yeah. Okay.
Of that chiefdom. Mr. Speaker, for purposes of consistency and democratic practice, we want to be very certain that this gentleman is replaced if he has not been replaced otherwise.
Okay. Right now, then they make Sabi talk. If he be say they not replace him, how? Well, now two ways they for replace him. Either by election or by a legal proceedings. He say, well, if he be say una not replace it, because to them, if I don't be replaced, they advise otherwise. Okay.
This is the information which I want you to bring to us in a very eloquent manner so that we know the status of this gentleman.
They talk to the Speaker of the House. And the information this way, while you bring to we, so that we go know who side this gentleman team up. Okay?
As we fear that it may be a violation of the constitution of the state.
Because with the afraid say, this man they carry two positions where the constitution say enough for carry. One, a paramount chief, and the other one is in a parliamentarian. Alright?
After where Honorable Ibrahim Benkagbo be raised this concern, now so the Speaker of Parliament being reacts to Honorable Ibi Kagbo in statement.
Thank you. That is a matter of opinion.
Oh. Dr. Abbas Bondo, the Speaker of the House. He say that other side they went at the APC side because he say on this side. He said that other side they na their opinion. Opinion. All right. Now, no opinion, Dandy. For say the man waiting na parliamentarian and also na paramount chief. Now, no opinion.
That you've expressed, which I am afraid will not guide me in this particular instance.
That your opinion, the way you just talk so. All waiting you lay. In not tranga for make a waka param. If I dey look for guidance safe, what you talk so? I go lost track. You not go able to guide me for make a waka straight. Hey, okay.
What will guide me is notification, official notification from the chairperson of NEC.
Oi, Olande. What do you talk so? In all water, I'm not able to team up with her. But, waiting I go able for refato, waiting I go able for team up pa, we go make the stage very high. Na official notification of NEC. Fambulem. You na the Speaker of the House. And again, Sef, na you yon party. Yeah? Musa Bendugu na SLPP parliamentarian. Okay? So now the Speaker, they tell we say, what's Honorable IB Ben Kagbo talk, enable in all water for him. Na NEC, na info can tell and say empty seat dey inside in house. Na NEC for can tell and say, pa, empty seat dey under. Yeah, NEC. So now not go tell Parliament say empty seat dey. So now waiting for say the Speaker no or it be just the wait for NEC can tell her. Okay.
Until I receive that official communication, I will not take note.
Past NEC can tell me for say I get empty seats na Parliament. If NEC no can tell me, Hey, una no bother. Una no bother, oh, because una no to NEC. Yes, empty seat today na mios, but I no notice am. Pass NEC can tell me say, pa, that chair they would have for be sit on there. You know look there because it look like if you say you don't turn paramount chief. Okay, that's what the speaker say.
Of that.
But now who that gets the responsibility, as we don't hear it from the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Abbas Bundu, say NEC no be notify them. We make the acting director for media and the National Electoral Commission, Christopher A.A. Jones, inside one telephone interview with Radio Democracy, say NEC no say vacancy don't occur na constituency 56, as he say Parliament get the responsibility for inform them.
NEC no National Electoral Commission now law-abiding institution.
Okay. Mr. Jones say NEC no fail. Eh? NEC no today say empty seat they inside Parliament. The Speaker of Parliament say NEC na for cancel and say empty seat they inside in house. NEC say first of all, we no for say empty seat they inside use. I will go cancel you say empty seat today. I will connect. Eh? All right.
For let vacancy day and let NEC know now two different things.
For make vacancy day and also make NEC know now two different things. Eh? Now so NEC they tell we now.
NEC can no say vacancy day na this word, but until and unless chief administrator
NEC can no say vacancy day na the word. You hear? But until and unless the chief administrator
write to National Electoral Commission informing National Electoral Commission about such vacancy,
pass the chief administrator right to NEC for tell and say, bra, una look for senya obaya o. We get empty seats na ya. We get empty ward. We get some side way need for full up because waiting do there is a gap. He say until then, eh?
NEC no know.
NEC no know. NEC no know today. You no know tomorrow.
It goes to Parliament. NEC go here say vacancy day na social constituency, but until and unless the clerk of Parliament
NEC Kinyeri on no self say vacancy day. But until and unless the clerk of Parliament officially inform NEC. Parliament say until NEC officially inform them. Hey yeah. Yeah. Eh? NEC say na Parliament for inform them say empty seats they inside the house. Parliament say na NEC for inform them say empty seats they inside the house. So na so the seats be done left empty. Eh?
write a letter to the Chief Electoral Commission of National Electoral Commission. Tell we say vacancy don't be in our social seat.
Okay. The clerk na yayon NEC they point finger by the clerk of Parliament. The clerk of Parliament say na in yon work down one day from June if we be don't write to NEC for say Papa NEC Musa Bendugu once a parliamentarian, now a paramount chief. Well, we don't get empty seats. But next say they no do am. Okay. You go on for ask say what to? Who they conduct this particular election?
Waiting the law say if then declare seat vacant. Christopher A.A. Jones explained.
Since Adams, since Genesis.
Since Adams. Since Genesis. Trade. Now they try to explain so.
Now the Uchina one day. We they feeling vacant seat and we ready for the work.
We they feeling vacant seat and we ready for do we work.
But we're not ready for declare, we for court. Who's will get the information?
But before we say we they conduct an election, Before we say we they do we work, we they cut first who side we get the information. So in this case, NEC go pull a release say, as advised by the Clerk of Parliament, there is vacant seat on constituency 056. By election will be conducted in so and so date. Okay. That's not so NEC in the claim now. For say they need a stage where them for able to team up for say now this person now until we say empty seats then at parliament. Because we not inside parliament, we don't know what they go on there.
From whose source did we know?
Whose source? Who say you pull you information?
That there is a vacancy. So now one person and we call we tell we no.
We not go right now the paper say now one person and be call we tell we say Musa Bendugu he don't go turn paramount chief. So the city empty. So they can conduct by election.
We need copy. That letter should be sent to us. Then we are ready to do it. Says within 6 months.
Within 6 months, if we don't get the letter, they are ready to do it.
As soon as we get a letter there for Parliament, if you look at council, within 90 days.
If na local council within 90 days, they don't neck the TD now.
From the interviews that we don't do with the members of Parliament from APC, from the APC party. Now that una conduct the election.
Yes.
Una don't gazette and say yes, that man a paramount chief.
That's true.
But up to this time, it continue for occupying seats na Parliament.
Na NEC. There, Mr. Jones, tell we ba.
We dey conduct. We declare responsibility now.
We dey conduct, says NEC. Then they declare winner, says NEC.
Nah, not to your mandate for put say we dey do declaration.
Not to NEC mandate for go say you where you don't be this, you know to that one day again.
Until we are officially informed. That is the law.
Until you are officially informed. Now the law that one day. Umaka say this trip, he agree with NEC. For say inside you host empty chair day. Then you say, me where then I do. Now me for can't tell you say you get empty chair. Okay?
Clerk of Parliament knows that.
He said the Clerk of Parliament submit that one day. Because then the point finger say, wait to, but now go conduct. Not una. What you want can talk? Una no say the man be parliamentarian, now you don't go turn. Next say, who they conduct? We declare, we gazette. But not to who they go to parliament say, that Monday. Not to we.
Another member of Parliament will get concerned about the vacancy where he say don't occur na constituency 56. Now Honorable Emmanuel Saidu Conte, where they na constituency 129, where they cover Tembe Town and Congo Town say Parliament aware say vacancy don't occur na constituency 56.
In this case, Musa Bendugu, where we can call, but now PC Alhaji Musa Bambe Fue Jalo.
Now, na PC, now na Paramount Chief. So, not honorable again. So, now make the APC, they say, this one, not honorable again, no, na PC.
Of Tonkolili district, a seat don't vacant because it don't go vie for a Paramount Chief election. Where it don't win, and they don't gazette them.
It don't win, they don't gazette them, and Parliament know about that.
For me, since when they don't declare them, they don't gazette them, for this my colleague, honorable member, former, they go occupy a seat and still they enjoy the facility.
Okay, hold on. You say they go occupy a seat. Usai. Anyway, he say they go occupy a seat. I hope say not to Parliament too. Something Tonkolili. Now they still act as parliamentarian or they come back to Parliament? Am I hearing? Wait, they are tell me that side back bar. You say you colleague they waiting?
Make since when they don't declare them, they don't gazette them. For this my colleague, honorable member, former, they go occupy a seat.
they go occupy the seat. All right.
Still they enjoy the facility where we they enjoy as a member of
He still they enjoy the facility as member of parliament. I see something here that should be taken against Musa Bendugu. If you know now, now knowing and doing, now unknowing and doing, but something should be done here. Because, like I said, even when he be the vie for this position, even when he be the vie for this position, people and they will be they behind and say, if I don't drop in parliamentarian, for go team up for in paramount chief. But now, claim that they say, he enjoy the two side. He enjoy PC, he enjoy honorable.
parliament where is not constitutional.
It's not constitutional. So something for better. Waiting for better, I don't know. But if I feel the pinch, if I feel more.
Still, I believe say it's still they receive in salary.
Oh, okay. Well, this na assumption, na accusation, na thoughts, na waiting. But he say in belief say, it's still they receive in salary. Hey, you get for pay 10 times, unless otherwise.
As a member of parliament, so they enjoy two facility.
He's supposed to enjoy two facility. If not so, it be. My can say he look like if I say the clerk, the speaker, and Musa Bendugu, the only person you keep business. Michael line say so a big.
Is that what the law prescribed?
Now so the law say.
This being term, the All People's Congress been pull one press release which side them they raise concern, but the vacancy where don't occur na constituency 56. Which side the acting publicity secretary na the APC party see the Yaya Tunis talk about the position where APC party gets, but the vacancy where they say don't occur na constituency 56.
So for us, we see say vacancy don't happen at the House of Parliament, and I go say this clearly that the elections we don't get na Kwenadugu district so. The vacancy na 56 happen way before that vacancy they happen at Kwenadugu district. But NEC don't put out timetable. We don't even do the election at Kwenadugu district. We don't forget about that. This constituency 056 is still there. Say today, we don't know what's in the happen there. We don't know whether the man is still member of parliament or a paramount chief. So the need for come out for be clear, because as a party, it is disturbing that we have somebody still in the House of Parliament and don't get elected as a paramount chief. So we want clarity, and we want to ensure that NEC put out a timetable so that vacancy will be filled immediately.
See the Yaya Tunis end up say, we don't think the year where they happen, which constituency, they get vacant seats, but then they direct them foot for conduct the by-election. Now, one way not good for the country in democracy, for radio democracy, Mange Mansari, the report.
We want to say thanks to Mange Mansari and also Radio Democracy, because now through them make me and you able for your this. Okay? Musa Bendugu, former, but not for myself, because they not replace him too. And finger, then they point back and say, it's still they collect benefits them, like say in a parliamentarian. That's what it's supposed to be. So the House of Parliament, then they get vacancy, then they able for no. Let's come with Usman Toli, make we hear what thing he get for it today. Welcome on board, Usman Toli. You get the platform.
Thank you very much, Triple A, for having me. First, let just say this. Your analysis, they become very, very interesting. They put some laughter inside your analysis. That's very, very good. Keep it up. First of all, one thing where it's quite clear now, yeah. I think say none of the party that we concern get objection to what in the law say. No one, all of them people who don't listen to, whether Parliament now, NEC or APC, none no object to what in the law say. Because when you listen to the audio, it state clearly say section 77, 1F of Act number 6 of 1991 Constitution. It clearly states say when a member of Parliament come on in seat, Parliament, or when somebody become a paramount chief under the law, that sits there, no objection or the way it talks say, where it commode that person then for replace them. Nothing or the way object to that. So they all agree to that because nobody know they from the interview where they not interview them, nobody know they will object to that. So law get that's quite clear. The fundamental basis of the discussion here for center around procedure. What's in the procedure? I think now they all they argue on. Would that not irresponsibility for inform who that? I think that the main question that whether na Parliament for inform NEC or NEC for inform Parliament. I think that the main problem this way then get confusion, now they then get misunderstanding when we don't listen to the audio clearly. So we listen to what in the NEC person say. He say na Parliament through the clerk of Parliament na info don't inform NEC. We listen to that. Then we also listen to Parliament. We listen to Parliament. Then say, na NEC officer, na info don't tell Parliament through what in the Speaker of the House say when Abbas Bundu. So this is not the argument is between the two. But one thing way baffled me, so we all know the listing. We know say then they don't conduct so many by-elections in that country. This is not the first time then here they happen. So many by-elections them they don't conduct in that country. Yeah? Why then institutions here not familiar with the procedure? This is not the question, this. Yeah? By now, if you don't do something many times, maybe thousands of times, yeah? If you don't know what's in the procedure, what's in the laid down procedure. So the question is, why is it that, then people don't know what's in the procedure where involve when a seat become vacant? What's in the procedure where involve for conduct that election day? Or does it mean, somebody they neglect in responsibility? Yeah, this is not the question. Now, considering that this vacancy occurred since June, yeah, this seat don't become vacant since June. We're now 4 months now. Why only now then they raise this issue? Yeah, listen to the acting publicity secretary, Yaya Tunis. They said this thing don't happen from June, yeah, this year. And it happened before this Konadugu election self will take place, these by-elections. It will not happen before that. Why then conduct the Konadugu district elections before this one? Now, these are all the questions them we go help you for find answers. Yeah? Again, Triple A, I know say the audio make an assumption here. Say the elected MPC, when the paramount chief, when Musa Bendugu, they continue for pocket 2 salaries. Yeah, one from being a member of Parliament, and second as being paramount chief. We all know see then they get salary now, so they get 2 salaries, one from being a member of Parliament, and this I don't know. This is an assumption, but if that is the case, yeah, if that is the case, I think Musa himself then for all are responsible. because this it boils down to integrity. If somebody lack integrity, yeah, he can do anything in there. Knowing very well, say, you're not supposed to do that one day. Nowhere in the world, Usai, you now a member of parliament, yeah, it go occupy 2 posts them, then it be pocket salaries for both. And know very well what in the constitution states. Not tell me say Musa Bendugu no know the constitution. Ignorant of the law is no excuse. So if what in this audio states say this man no say, it take 2 salary, one as member of parliament and the other one as paramount chief, I think, it don't damage in credibility and that he deserves to be punished for that. Yeah? Then I one. And the other interesting thing again where I also notice Triple A, the fact that the Speaker of the House, when Abbas Bondo, yeah, after Honorable Ibrahim Kabo clearly referred to the Constitution, yeah, he say this act, Usai, this man is still continue for act as a member of parliament when he now elected paramount chief, yeah, is unconstitutional. Yeah, the same way in the address the Speaker of the House when Abbas Bundu. Abbas Bundu, as a Speaker of the House, we expect him to be knowledgeable, what's in the Constitution. Even if you don't know that moment there, you get the responsibility for check and cross-check the Constitution. What he tell Honorable Ibrahim Kabo, he say Alhaji Ibrahim Kabo, opinion they make. And that opinion, they guide them. I believe, say, it's not an opinion. What Honorable Ibrahim Kagbo say not to opinion, is a matter of fact, and something where the Constitution state. It just they try for point them to what in the Constitution state. They refer them to what in the Constitution state. Say what in the happen now is unconstitutional. So the fact that the Speaker of the House, they say, then they know they guide them because intake can say our opinion. I think that is fundamentally flawed on the side of the Speaker of the House. And therefore, they listen to, we know say nobody know the way perfect. Nobody know the way perfect. But sometimes, when they direct you, refer you to something, I think saying are your responsibility, especially as a Speaker of the House, you get for the land for the listing. Yeah? I think say some of them TIA happen at Parliament to a very large extent they contribute, thinking that he knows it all. I think this will have been easily resolved, yeah? Because I don't know. I don't say this is a matter of procedure. And they argue on procedure. Say Parliament, now then for inform NEC. Yeah? While as NEC, we all know say now then conduct the election. But common sense. I'm not saying that for rely on what they can't talk. Because it's a matter of common sense. Common sense one tell me say when you get a vacant place na your room or your house or wherever you dey, yeah, where something the way now, for example, you get the house, where that house dey vacant, empty, now your responsibility for notify, yeah, officially, you notify the other party involved, say, I get a vacant place in my room, I get an empty place in my house. We expect, somebody outside for can't tell you. That we expect with common sense. I'm saying this with common sense because we don't know what in the Constitution state or what in the procedure. Perhaps if we interview the Clerk of Parliament, way in a Paran, maybe it will give we more informed procedure about this. But under common sense, under common sense, and I believe say to a very large extent to people the way they listening, I think say if you get a place where empty, now you host or any side you get for make am known as a matter of procedure. Now you get for tell the other person, say, this place empty. So to me, with common sense, I believe, say, I think, say, Parliament had a responsibility for inform NEC. Yeah, even though NEC is aware. But if you want follow the procedure, I think officially you get for do voting you supposed for do. Now, Triple A, let's be honest here. Yeah, the way how me look at them carefully. Look, you don't state clearly, say Musa Bendugu. Yeah, it represent SLPP in a parliament. Clearly, you state them. Musa Bendugu, he come out from constituency 56, Winaton Kololi district. Yeah, I want to be a little bit, I want to be a little bit critical here. Yeah. So this is my concern. I don't want to let, me own concern be anybody own concern. Yeah. I just want to point this clearly, low see how they come out. The fact that this Musa Bendogo, yeah, he come out from Tonkololi district, representing the SLPP party. Yeah. In my opinion, I think, say, likely go argue, say, the delay stems from the fact that we know the implication in terms of the number of representatives where a party they get in a parliament, when they affect them, they get a lot of implication in terms of decision making a parliament, in terms of the number of, votes them where they get on critical issues and all that. One can argue, say, then they play on that implications there for delay. Knowing very well that we don't lose one man, this will bring a disgrace if we go back to the polls and we're not able to win that seat they back. Then in that respect, somebody will tend for play the delay game. It would tend for play the delay game, knowing very well, say, this is a very critical moment, and this constituency 556, not on Kololi district, now we've been get time, but guarantee against, say, if we go now the polls, we'll get back this seat, then you get for play the delay game. Yeah, I'm just trying to be critical here because, to be honest with you, they don't do so many by-elections in that country. Nobody know for doubt voting at the procedure for conduct a by-election in that country, whether in responsibility for inform NEC or whether in NEC for inform parliament. The rules are clear, the procedure is clear. Why should they labor too much on the issue where everybody, not to the first time this will happen. If that will not happen the first time, then somebody will begin to ask questions here and there. But this is not the first time. It's been happening. They've conducted so many by-elections in the past. We know the nature of they know the nature of things. So to conclude, it's not about the law. They all know, say, the law states clearly, say, when a seat become vacant in a parliament, when the law say, a member of parliament for vacate in seats in a parliament, if he become a member, paramount chief under the law. And so the law states clearly, and they clear, and they all agree to that. They accept that. Nobody no contest to that. I think the only concern here is about the procedure, whether for inform Huda, whether an NEC for inform parliament or not. But overall, I think they're all just in neglect. One of them is neglecting their responsibility. Yeah? One of them, they neglecting responsibility. I will stop here, like a chance to other panelists them, and like the other chance them for call. Thank you very much, AAA, and thanks to everybody with the listening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Usman Toli.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Point finger. NEC and Parliament, they point finger. I see a lot of people, they ask, say, waiting at the procedure. We hear from Mr. Jones from NEC. He say, from where Adam was a boy, from Genesis, The procedure is Parliament inform through the clerk, they inform NEC. Now the procedure that one day. Now so in say, although Naya, the Speaker of the House say, in the wait for make NEC can inform and say chair empty inside in us. Alright. Make you come with us friend, make we hear waiting and get for it today. Welcome on board us friend. You get the platform.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Triple A, for giving the platform. And thanks to Mr. Usman Tole for his own submission. And thanks to the source where you will get information for Giwi. Regarding this election, replacement election, local election, and a parliamentary election seat, somebody will get a vacancy where they need for replace. It all come down to, as Mr. Uman the top, it more of roles and mandates, people and duty. And within you dey look at within the people within your own work, who you get for do, na your own place. Let the people know. But here they come to an area where they see say people they try for neglect their duty, and then they create duty for other people then they forget the role what they for do. Then the other one they won't know their role for do back. In the finals, then they take a role where they try for create for the other one, but not a role where they try for let them go voice query. So you go see the parliament, then they try for so say there is a role where this body who don't give for let them go look after the number them who will make up somebody get a seat, where then they say neck, when I go vote and count, now you then they bring, and then get for the look say now we duty for letting place and they become filled because of the people and your vote. That's just a simple way. But if you cannot the parliament they try to say no, would they come out from waiting a traditional way for do things? One will go to the way it be saying as so the paper say. But when you look back, the traditional way he also include again, because even the chieftains, you forget it include quite a lot. You get a department in a parliament, one at the internal affairs. So all that thing and if you say now duties the way they supposed for the look that in there, but now in the picture neck for say now they're responsible for let them bring information who will show say this place is vacant and this person here he don't get this place here. But in practically they all know. But they can't how to everybody know because even net they know see there is a vacancy they under the man when at the subject himself he know as we only know he knows say now two things in the run. The speaker of the house, let me assume say maybe because of something in attention not draw day, but I believe say he always get people away the eyes and the catch. So in the finance the responsibility people they try for delegate to people and create a role where not that role they're supposed to do. They see you responsible for this. And when they say somebody responsible for something, there's always a role. Now then when they come to the area, they now want the statute, what the parliament and law say. The parliament and law say now NEC responsible for do elections. Okay, but again, parliament and the law for you say there is a vacancy in this particular place here. We get a minister for that. We get somebody when the chief, the clerk, they even get up to another place when at the internal affairs because if they elect a paramount chief, you get for them know say now something where they deal with the internal affairs. So it's supposed for no. So what is that you tell me say you don't know? Because when you see the parliamentarians now, where they get the one person when the speaker don't give them voice, the parliamentarians then get their own kind of area for say tomorrow we can argue. But if they not for argue, then they argue based on the statute. Then they come to the statute, not the statute, the constitution. Now that statute then defend the end. Tomorrow, if anything will happen, you go see them they argue. They all know the constitution. They all understand that if some subjects come where they want for gain favor. But when it comes to responsibility, that for us is on the back off, so that we will find a way. We will collect our pull and we won't throw to go and let people out the neck. So in terms of knowing, all the parties that we involve, they know. But they come around the statute within the law say, you know your own duty, you know your own rights. But if again the constitution now becomes strengthening, where the people they know their duty, where then the church and go, then they say na this, then we know we own duty. Then you go find out, see, that they turn one day when they begin to talk, say, constitution, it is actually strengthening now that we country day. Then things are what they lack so, now constitutional, not a constitutional neglect, but it's kind of a constitutional neglect and trying to delegate that duty to something else. And then when the people in the looker now, then be the looker from the APC party, then be the looker from the basis, say, then they look at them as a perspective based on their own knowledge. We are the kind of a school of thought. The school of thought, then they try to say, vacancy there under, we are not tell we. And another one day we don't hold. But again, instead of that school of thought, then they back them with the law for saying the law now so he say. But watching the Speaker of the House is right for do, in the picture out only one thing. In they say it's a school of thought, that opinion. So now your own idea, no more way, the way you look at things, now your own philosophy. So you believe say that this thing, but what you go back your own belief. But all these things are just game playing. Whether like somebody when they see in perspective, with not only perspective, say then something to do with numbers in parliament, or again, then they try for saying whether in particular constituency, they say you don't go become a paramount chief, and other people in Lekan and call for can be a paramount chief. When if you say convenient for do that job, then they become a parliamentary. Then you find out say that in that constitution, they now in the thing away, then will look say. Well, the man he has the right to be a parliamentarian. He not get the right to be a parliamentarian at this time, but he doesn't have the right to be a parliamentarian because will get duplicated duties. So the man but he refused to come out say. Let even say, okay, no, I'm not get right for do this thing. Make I just even go to the procedure for do what I need for do. Because there is something you need to do. Whether or not resignation, but there is a statute, there is a format, procedure and back when you get to follow, who will make somebody know. At least that's right, call the clerk of the parliament say is supposed to know that thing there. Because when it comes to paper business, that person for know. The constitution, the long way they be enough for say how we go transfer that, put down in paper back, me not to parliamentary again, but me and me duty this, it left to other than concern now for looking to that constitutional parliament. But sometimes some bodies and they in a parliament, they are not functioning. Because each department get what they call overseer. So if the overseers they not look into this, the people and way now the one they want internal affairs will for know see this man a paramount chief now onto parliamentarian, When me know me a parliamentarian, but I know see this man onto parliamentarian, he does a work now for me department. Why me not go bring her? He find out say there is a delay in tactics the way they go on. So that's why I don't want me going for look and say the people and get for look because the attitude the main thing. The attitude now that attitude way the speaker they show from your own strength for say there are night you go change words for say no, not to say for B, and say for B, and then the attitude of the minister himself will be the parliamentarian who the honorable attitude Musa Bendugu is a your own attitude for say now the attitude is for say I no one bother I like get for so that I forget my or we don't know if you know they pay again. But I believe say it might be they are not paying him as a parliamentarian again, then they pay him as a paramount chief. So if the last side then they pay now, well, if they not pay again as a parliamentarian, why the parliament not they try for bring this out first? Let us say, okay, you go do your work. Next, when I go try give you this. We self will be for not tell this and this. But if you say that NEC the way, then NEC go say the constitution not allow we for go that far. We no more they count votes. We they teach how the people and for votes. We they organize how people and get for vote. Then they vote whether they want for votes, whether it be na local elections, na council, na this, then we mandatory. Now so we don't give it the power. But if the power is not independent, so you will feel say na shadowing of work and overpowering from the outside. Now the discipline, now the kind side. The discipline of the NEC, the discipline of the parliament, the discipline of the one day where they talking about parliament, the speaker and the duty, the discipline where the clerk will get. and take go to the manual discipline. So that one day we see the all there is no discipline. Discipline what we see, discipline from NEC. Now then they try for say no, now then say we able for reach so far. We can't cross this boundary. But the parliament the time was no, una just for come near now, una for come near past that distance. But if they go read tomorrow, because all man go argue back. Say, well, still we get away una for don't do one. But they all know, but they are just then I like to say the people they will sabi something, then the one day when they say we will know them, then the one then they say, oh, una sabi no more una sabi. Now they in the now that one day in the try for brings in an opinion, but the opinion all now they get the opinion say back, now so neck get for do. If they say no, now so una feel say we get for do. So you find out say the opinion is from the speech. But in the tribe was there's an opinion in your own speech. He said, now opinion in the field say, now so the next say. So, but it is a duty bound and roles where they're supposed for doing a mandatory legislative mandates. Now they're all the cross. So the one day they say this legislation when I say it for be, but then no what in the law say. And for that to the press let the constitution try to be amended in areas where you will not say that yeah you did they stop like duty this where you reach out for pass the baton and the baton they go just like they are moving batons. We say they make a relay. The only time that one day the race will be run because when a NEC don't elect, then come, then don't put them. Now una they forget people and for check. Una for don't know see that man did in the parliament, the election they go on. Then go announce in a parliament. If you don't announce something, internal affairs is supposed to do this. Let them identify problems and we then know say this get for count tomorrow. We address them. Now neglect of duties and the matter of how then they play their roles and the mandates when they play, all man they play in your own talk. All man they play in your own talk. But it all comes down to how are we going to strengthen with constitutional democracy. Not just democracy, like the constitutional democracy, where people and they work with the constitution for saying so it did. And then when they work with them, then they try make them for say it falls then I alone try to rectify them. But when this thing will happen, I know they know the other suggestion the way they can bring to them, they know they know. But it all comes down to how are they going to be independent in their roles, how the matter the way they can bring up points that they bring, how they will able to make the citizens understand. So then go able to see yes now through this. But in the end, they can always bring arguments the way they send the citizens there in a way where it be say you have nowhere to go look. Pass them up will read book and I go access and when you go access, go interpret. And when they interpret information and they translate and they will either add and subtract. This is the politics where they always blame on people that but they know they know say then they nurture things that will not be good. At the time of this period where election they are letting get for they pull them. In the talk of peace, in the talk of I ain't gonna something independent peace reconciliation. And that's thing they all they get for the watch. You deal with the middle list in the way not fair thing, all man go come yes is treated fair. But when you begin the next day under the table, they drag them. Now so let's say they happen. If you not to this 2 years, 3 years on election count of 5, 6, 7 years, people then will be built from that 18 and day because the other person within that constituency we want to do something. Where in people and say, well, this man and get the characteristics will fit as a chief because he know the tradition for we. But this man now, he will go fit in the parliament. So we don't change them things and they. Now the rights of the people and then they deprive rather than get for getting rights. Let them think of that one day back and try to resolve this year. And me on take for that one day for today. Let the constitution and people try work and do the duties that we need for do based on waiting. People that understand in a so when I get for do, they will carry on. Thank you very much for being the platform. Let God continue for help we and help leaders. Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
Yeah, welcome, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, caller. You there live on here? You name and who the call from, please.
This night when I call from Maryland.
3 minutes, sir.
Me now one question I want to ask. When they been do the parliamentary election since June, the opposition don't ever count this issue before they do the election by election.
Not to my knowledge. I know say newspaper them be they write about them, but the opposition and non-members say them be they ever say something like this.
Well, why now? The question is why now? Because if the thing don't happen since June, they just said them what there's no issue until this time, after which happened at Konedu, and they can raise concern, it look like say they all need to do their job. They all, either the opposition now, the one who the ruling and government parliamentarian, they all need to do their job. Because then they all in the parliament. I'm not going to blame NEC because like what is inside the host. Something they go on there, you know they expect the person when a neighbor, it is CEO, but as long as you get your host, you know they talk. You never know if for counsel for you. Now next until we parliament through the clerk, they tell them say they get empty seats before they conduct election. Even if they know say empty seats if the parliament not right them. I don't feel say they get right for go say empty seats there now. So the responsibility, they both sides, both the opposition and the ruling party. But Musa, he don't mess up in credibility. And we wait for ACC, what he get for do, because they need to investigate this guy if they receive 2 salaries for the 2 seats then, we want to know. Because if they don't elect you as a paramount chief, they don't get set the elections, they don't become a paramount chief, and obviously supposed for sit again as a member of parliament. So they need to investigate, let know if this Maya they receive 2 salaries. But all this, the APC now make where they set bad precedent, fine. If they affect you. What the APC they do before, now SLP they pay back to. If they don't set good precedent, and obviously SLP will get mind do this, but because of they don't set bad precedent, now make SLP they do the same thing. So I hope say ACC go able to investigate, no, because we taxpayers, all they pay money, we start the money they go, we need for no. Now this number I get. Thank you very much. May God bless you and God bless my salon.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim.
All right, bye.
Yeah. Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and who the call from, please.
Yeah, triple good evening to everybody. This is Alpha Tolly from Philadelphia.
3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, it really has ending what did go on in our country. You know, the rule of law, they really exist now we country. How on earth they can say then you also you don't know. What did the Constitution say, AAA, about them vacancy then they? Would have notify this person, would have notify that day. You know, the rule of law, where they operate in the country, now you don't disturb everything. Everything, just the APC, they afraid for contest on certain things and where they know say they get rights. Then the other people where they around, nobody know they say nothing. It's like we don't go back now the old system where they say not to me business. We don't in business for monitor things the way they go on now with country. And how we gonna know say then things they are waiting they happen, people then they make follow up. You know, like the other time we've been discussing about people and we then go destroy them places there. We say we test the law. How will they test the law? How we go take the government to court? People the way they do bad things against people then. Waiting now with judiciary the function like the country. Waiting then they do for tell we say then just this government just there for impress the outside world. But that's not really fine. So I really not glad.
The police?
Yes, caller, you there live on here. Your name and who the call from, please.
Yes, people in me.
Yes, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you for giving the platform, and thank you for the good job we do. People in everywhere, I not get faith in them again because I hear people and they blame opposition, say opposition for come up. Waiting and they pay the clerk na parliament for. This is the duty of the clerk. When there is a vacant seat, only it will declare that seat the vacant. But let me tell you one thing, AAA. This now a plow with them make. Because they know say if they conduct that election day, they're not going to win them. And that make them the delay in declaring that seat day vacant. Then they drag their foot stay to the close of an election. Then they know say they're not going to conduct that election day. because they know say if they conduct the election, they not Tonkoleli, they not go win the election. This something we na plan something, and it's so shameful for the Speaker of Parliament. They go talk see the statements where Honorable Ben Kagbo, yes, Honorable Ben Kagbo say na a mere opinion, not a mere opinion, because nothing within the books. You know, be a paramount chief, then you be also a member of parliament, except if they vote you in as a member of parliament, whether in a different election from the paramount chief election. So this now something with them plan. They no want for conduct this election because they know say they go lost the election, and if they lost the election, their APC go get the same number of seats. So this is the thing we they go on. NEC no, Parliament no, parental no. The clerk of parliament. It's just that they no want for do because they know say they conduct the election, they not go win them. This time it take part this whole discussion today. Thank you very much for giving me the platform.
Thank you very much, Ahmed. Yes, call ID live on air. Your name and side call from, please.
Okay, hopefully today I'm not hearing myself. Yes, Mr. Tripoli, thank you. Welcome back.
Sir.
It's
Yes,
been
sir.
being 3 days from being
Yes.
absent. Listen, you get me text. What I say I agree with NEC. This caller right before me, he hit the nail on the head perfectly. Now, Parliament, me and you know the egocentric, how them people get ego. As issue that go on right now Freeton, they between the Minister of Health and the CMO. Now, so they call her CMO, Chief Administrative, whatever.
Yes.
Wait them for hire people them, but because instead that we don't sit down, now they make me to say, hold on, and they go on a president assignment, welcome, before we can do the hire there. As soon as he left, in the two deputy minister then, whether not connive, they put out the openings. The minister come in, what he do? He say a seniority on a procedure. They're not for do and be any back. So that's a case study how Sierra Leoneans them, how African them. American white people are not into too much of that thing. And what do you do? Now the right thing, law will move on. As long as the job gets done. Africa is not this so. Africa man, if you mistake self, you not call them by whatever letter we attached to a name, doctor or professor, if they want fetch you for that. Let alone something when I for do, you go do it for them. No problem. If NEC, now in them come, they say, you know what? We know so for say, now election this seat we don't vacant. We can't try. You be foresee where parental that guy is an arrogant guy. We see the way he behave with Honorable Tawa. You see the way you want disrespect the guy. Where he knock chest and info do this, info do this. We don't see her. We don't see her in the display. That guy there before Kana 98.1 or AYV attack next say na in your job that. Now info tell them. You know why you not tell them? The caller before me just hit the nail on the head. If that seat there, now being APC seat, now it become vacant. Let's say this candidate, now Moyamba district or Pujao district or Bo district. Now that this candidate lost this seat. But this candidate happened for before say, now APC member of parliament. But for some reason, it happened for win that seat today, now the South. Now he can lost that seat there because of chief strength we want go take, not that job we want go take. And APC smell that blood, SLPP smell that blood there because now they will not say, oh, this seat, if we go back into election, we go win this seat back because now we stronghold side. You before see how now them before hurry up and inform NEC for say, hey, we don't get hope seat now. They are not trying alone at the conduct election because they not say na seat where they go gain because na seat where they na their own stronghold. what go they come on at the south. But now because they know say this seat, I don't know how they win up, but now the north again, if they hurry up, chances are they go lost this seat to APC. Because now Tonko Lily, me and you know, no matter how they do things, if they say right now, for go vote back, for go do by election for that particular city, APC they win that city. They know that. This now a well calculated stuff by Paran Tarawali. Would I get behind now? The another big full one. That porn star we call himself Chief Justice. I listened to him. I listened to AYV 98.1 this morning. If they attack the guy they tell us that this man now not chief, but he still they collect money. If they enjoy the enjoyment all they get as member of parliament at the same time as chief. Then the man they tell us say that's not your opinion. We're not supposed to do that. In the Speaker of the House, we for no better. Because they know say then they about for lost that seat today if they hurry up right now for say no we're going to buy election because the seat become vacancy now the north but now SLPP be occupy that seat today. They know that if that seat today now be in the south now they that guy they be there happy for saying an APC guy now him become a chief and that seat they become available and they know say if they go back into by election SLPP go regain that seat today. Like they don't do that election, the Lord said. Now that no more, my brother. Now that's the reason why I text I tell you say I agree with NEC. The House and parentality, they know what thing they do. This is a game that they play. Now that no more, my brother.
All right, thank you very much, Omar. Yes, caller, ID live on air. Your name and the call from, please.
Tribule, how are you, bro? This James Kamara.
Yes, James, you get 3 minutes, sir. Waiting at your contribution. Yes, sir.
From Washington, D.C. now, so thank you. Again, I be want to touch on some of the things we they don't talk about. But, you know, the 2-3 previous callers, they don't touch on pretty much everything. You know, I would just talk on some other things and we still pertaining to this. It's just shameful. You know, because these are the people that they're the lawmakers, you know, the highest body in the country, you know, wait and for to do certain things and wait and go to set example to the ordinary man, you know. But if then they, you know, play blind eyes to some of them procedures there, you know, it's how you expect, you know, the regular man, we all just regular position, we go see certain things instead of play blind eyes to it. You know, the previous caller also mentioned, you know, within the Minister of Health, they get some kind of issues with some of the subordinate guys, how then they try to take procedures in their own hands, where it be to say, you know, it's not supposed to be done in that kind of manner, you know. So you get people them in high level position, then they do things way no favor to the way it's supposed to be done. It's just procedure based. You know, we go back, you know, we all sit down, we have a conversation, but it's shameful, is disrespectful to some of the people then, because some of these people then we are lawmakers then they take the laws into their hands and then they make salon people them in general like for say they're not fools, you know. Then they say things them way it's baffled, you know. So we pray to God that, you know, the one that within at the oppositions them then stick to their guns, because you know a pro opposition is just a pro opposition. Somebody else talking back earlier, you know, when SLPP was the opposition, the previous government, then CFB they do certain things then, but that's not the case, you know. So opposition and for always stick to them, go on there and make sure they put the procedure in place. I am very sure Parental is very aware of what's in the ground. The Speaker of the House is very sure. Then guy in Debra, they don't take a politics. Me like me a 40-year-old man. I can go back. I don't know how they continue to vote them in over and over and over and over. It come in, it be a Speaker of the House, very shady. So parentarily itself, it be a Speaker of the House in a very shady way. So me, I know they expect much from them people here. It's just that with the hope say the one them waiting at the opposition made them continue to speak themselves so that they're able to do the right things. But I can't really say much because the previous people and all they don't touch on the same thing. Thank you, bro.
Thank you very much, James. Yes, caller, you did live on air. You name and side the call from, please.
Yeah, Triple A. This na Abu Conte, I call from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah. We they say much thanks to Una for like when they bring up the issues there. Una they make it get much audience because back home, not to everybody can even choose for follow the issues there. But like as we say, it all boils down to the Speaker of the House because the laws are clear. When a vacant day na the House, you need for inform NEC. And same way to NEC, when you inform them, then conduct, then certify the person who win an election, then they inform to parliament say this person don't win, so like you need for occupy this space in parliament. So like now a deliberate effort by the speaker, not for NEC, know about this for conduct an election. Either the two parties and they play games. Like to my own perspective, probably then they delay them, more like they not lost the seats, or APC deliberately know say this not the condition, but like law left this one. When anytime we get the upper hand, we they use this, say like one, if you don't know say you're not a member of parliament. I mean, you're not a parliament chief. Yet, so period, they receive a salary as a member of parliament. Corruption case they come. We know like the instance of the MPs that we them pull. Say like some them be the old receive salary from the state to certain time when they go contest. So like the thing where they bond people and heart now that if this guy they as a member of they as an MP and within this short time where parliament don't call it, we don't come up from a recession. Either ever take a decision, make a vote in the key decisions in parliament while like they play them two roles there, we're not supposed to do. So like if they do that, they meaning like the guy he don't hurt the nation. Because say they do injustice to the nation. And also go for votes for any key decision within this time frame what we talk about. In the guy need for just come out and clear the whole thing. One, either he stop for receive salary from parliament, or he make and clear to the public say he no longer be a member of parliament, or he not even go parliamentary session. But if he not do that, like himself now part of the matter. Now that no media for see. Then therefore make them clear the image. Not only for Canada, the media talks with the clear image. When they do thing them where people and go get trust in them. But like this, people and continue for doubt them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kola. Parliament and NEC. Okay, we agree now. On our two, they point finger per one person. Say, na that one day, na forbidden talk. So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Okay. NEC. Ona say, na parliament for can tell ona. Parliament say, na NEC na for tell them. Somebody get for tell. Well, who don't tell? NEC, Parliament, the clerk of Parliament, NEC claims say, from Adam, from Genesis, from Trade, na una, they inform them. So please, una inform them no. No conduct. Connect don't say, he say if na local, 90 days. If na big one, na 6 months. Then do it in and get for do. Make we fill this space. But on the side of Musa Bendugu, MPC, Paramount Chief Musa Bendugu, on the own side, investigation need for be conducted. If he be say, he be they collect money after June, where they don't declare, where they don't gazette them saying a Paramount Chief, then that's a corrupt practice. The law for better. I don't know, should we call ACC again? Order for do this investigation. Because it look like say lately ACC then handful up then overwhelmed. Even though some people they say they know they see what ACC they do. But an investigation should be done if after June, where they don't gazette, where they don't win, where they don't be paramount chief, he do anything like say in a parliamentarian, anything, no. Even if in motoka that parliamentarian license plate, it not been pull and day, he still they use them as parliamentarian. That's a benefit. The law for better. Yes, so in license plate, the law for better if he be say ain't no changer. Right. The name na former parliamentarian, but now PC Alhaji Musa Bemba Fori Jallo. But I believe say maybe he do the right thing, not be the collect nothing. Because if not, unless if the law selective, but if the law not selective, if for better. That if he be say, he not do the right thing. But if he do the right thing, say from June, he not mix for parliament business again, that time as they make an PC, it changing license plate. Because as little as the far as we can go to license plate, if he be say the license plate itself, now the MP unite they work out with, then it's still the pass like MP. Alright. Parliament, Honorable Parantarawali, please send to NEC. The seat empty. The people we then constituency 056 Natonkolili district, they've been disadvantaged right now because they not get to that they talk for them unless if you not sabi something you not sabi unless so. But as it is right now, they not get possible to talk for them. So I guess they should be represented, right? So please, let us do the needful so that the people them voice go be heard. We'll go there back tomorrow. Tomorrow, it will be an interesting one. Not to me much here. But trust me, we go there back tomorrow, yeah? And I'll say just now, and not be talking. But till we meet again on another interesting day, Triple say, tata.